unflinching way.
Bargani, Bomb Skin and Co. is the true definition of self-care, self-love,
approach you guys in good faith.
We are what we create in this life.
Go back to the sister that was a psychiatrist. When I said, do you honestly, from what you objectively see,
innovative,
are our women acting like they
check out our website
to our
for more information.
It was like, I want to tell the truth, but it was like she was literally, you witnessed an actual
Spirit Over Flesh LLC is a wellness-based business where we heal through words. I'm Tiandra. I'm the founding servant leader. It is a Black-owned, woman-owned business that was founded in Ohio, but that can serve the world. Through virtual sessions, either by phone or video conference, we have a conversation. We always start with a 15-minute consult where we just make sure that I learn a little bit about you and you learn some about me, and then we schedule some time to be intentional about your wellness journey. During the time, it's about education and empowerment. You are your own best doctor from within. So I'm literally someone who is just intentional in the space and drawing questions out of you to get you further on your wellness journey. Sessions are typically starting at $80, but if you mention Kwanzaa 2020, we're going to go ahead and take 20% off. It's about getting you well so that we can be well, right? Kujichagulia and Ujima, collective responsibility. So grateful for the opportunity to support you in your wellness journey. If you're interested, go to my website, spiritoverfleshllc.com. There's a button that says Let's Connect. Fill out the form, and I'll get right back to you. Again, that's spiritoverfleshllc.com. I look forward to supporting you in your wellness journey and healing through words.
Are you heading out of town or have a special occasion? What about birthdays, anniversaries, or reunions? Get the best deals and inexpensive rental car rates, mid-size sedans, compact cars, and more. We have a variety of fleet vehicles to accommodate any and all of your rental car needs. Make a reservation today at your local budget rental car on Hamilton Road in Whitehall. Call 614-863-7500.
I'm Carla, and my sister Karen and I own Two Natural Sisters. We've been in business for 5 years, and we sell a line of natural bath, body, and candle products. Let's take a look.
Your mama black. Who hurt you? You gay.
Follow us on social media, Facebook and Instagram, at Two Natural Sisters.
Ladies, how many more times you gonna try
All
that?
items that are in stock will be shipped within 24 to 48 hours.
No, the cat's out of the bag, ladies. Just like that one woman. Well, I just don't like the way you talk.
As a promotional item, we offer a CD of Black romantic poetry of self-love and couple day, and 50% discount on Sister Locks, Brother Locks by consultant Sapphire Donetta Mahadi.
For everyone to say I don't like your harshness, I don't like the fact that you don't smile.
If you have any questions, you can reach us at customer care at twonaturalsisters.com.
You don't care that I don't like the way you act. You don't care that I don't like that you don't even smile.
Enjoy and happy Kwanzaa.
You make demands of me. You make demands of me. You should do a show the way we think it should. Now what you should do, you should fix our hands like you gave the demands of us to smile. Funk that. I reject it.
What's going on? My name is Doe. I am the owner and creator of Madeline Gin. Madeline Gin is best described as a celebratory art experience that exudes hella blackness. Initially, the company was founded to provide a luxurious but affordable art experience, and it's since transformed itself into something a bit more spiritual. By walking in what I believe to be my truth, I've been able to get in contact with my ancestors and use my platform and my art, my gift, to tell their untold stories. I do that by using different textures, by utilizing different mediums, colors, and just making things pop out so that it's open for interpretation. I love, 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 love creating, and I can't wait to be of service to you. Thank you.
I am a genius. My ancestors were geniuses. My ancestors have made me a genius in all that I think, say, and do. I must declare myself a genius. I am a genius. Whenever I am myself, I practice my geniusness and do great things. All my thoughts, choices, and deeds must express my geniusness.
I am a genius. My decisions must always be in the best interest of myself, my family, my people, and my God. Only then will I and everyone I know that I am a genius.
I am a genius. At all times, my geniusness must reflect my culture. My geniusness must serve my God. My geniusness must make me be one in love and harmony with my family. My geniusness must protect my people. Yes, at all times I must demonstrate excellence because I am a genius.
The Purpose Driven Society is a Black-owned, woman-owned business local to Columbus who creates accessories that have intentional messaging. Our specialty are buttons. Buttons can be worn anywhere, on a shirt, on a book bag, on a hat. The beautiful thing about buttons is that you can change them and switch it up depending on your mood or the day. For election day, we wore a very intentional button. On my book bag, my student's book bag, it says, "You are already intelligent, educate yourself." Buttons are empowering with the messages that we create. Again, we do them very intentionally. At the Purpose Driven Society, we're minding our Black-owned business and hope that you'll help mind ours too by doing business with us. Our buttons go for $3 for one, $5 for two, $7 for three. But if you mention Kwanzaa 2020, we're doing a special where you'll get an assortment of buttons for just $20, and we'll ship anywhere in the country. So again, that's the Purpose Driven Society. We can be reached at thepurposedrivensociety@outlook.com. Send us an email, and we will put together a very intentional bag of buttons for you and ship it straight to your home. Happy Kwanzaa. Thanks for doing business with us.
Women, but the most important goddesses were black, not just for the African now in the civilization of the Greek. The Greek was so profoundly affected by the Africans that the goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. And many of their great mythological figures which were critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey. The woman who draws, who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her, is Circe, who is represented as a black woman with African features on the Greek vases. The woman who helps Jason win the Golden Fleece is a black woman, Medea. The woman who marries Perseus, the Greek hero, is a
peace, family. Yo, thank you for joining us. Right? And I'm thrilled to announce the fact that we are now releasing our first free e-course. Come and learn about Geometry Journey, see some of the stuff we do. Come and join the tribe. Tribe up with us and check out the free e-course. And we'll make sure that the URL pop up right about here. And it'll probably be somewhere in here. Check us out, family, because we are building. Come and learn about Geometry Journey, and let's build together. What is a lion without his pride?
Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic Rock. Shouts out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink. Take a breath, take your breath. Now, grab your glass for some water. Grab your glass. Lift your pitcher of that water. Or bottle. Get that pitcher of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Fam, just move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, move, then drink. Move your body. Move your body. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Lift and pour yourself some water. Pour. Move your body, drink some water. Move it. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But remember to stay healthy. Remember the four pillars. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces. Eat a culturally appropriate diet. Behave. Take your breath. Come on. Lift and pour. You can do it. Move your body. Come on. Come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Come on. Drink it. Drink it. Drink it. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Drink it. Lift it. Drink it. Come on. Drink that healthy air. Drink. 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 Drink your water. Take your breath. Take your breath. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Lift it. Move your body. Come on. Come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink. 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 Drink your water. Drink. 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 Come on. Oh. Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift it. Pour. And pour. Move your body. What? Toast your ancestors. Drink. 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 What? Drink your water. Drink. Drink. Drink.
Family, I want to welcome you to the Daily Toast, man. I know it's late today. I was trying to get on earlier, but I ain't forget, but, I woke up, get ready, then I had a meeting. So in between the meeting and the starting time of the meeting and when I should have did the show, I decided to go on and mix up this ambrosia. I'm glad I did because I got to look at my scobies, so I had to pour a lot of the tea into my scobies. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been sitting over there for a couple of months without, you know what I'm saying? They doing, you know what I'm saying? But, I had to go and add something because don't need my crop of scobies to go on and die. For those that don't know, a SCOBY is symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast that are the ones that are the magic workers that turn the tea from just tea and honey to that ambrosia. So I need to take care of my workers, and I've been neglecting them. They ain't been paid. You know what I'm saying? So first off, we're gonna make it a. I'm gonna do. If we want to, we could do. Like I said, depending on the activity on the screen. Y'all want to do a toast and talk, we can. I'm going to open up the lines. But like I said, if nobody's on the line, then we just going to end the show. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we're going to do the toast. I'm going to do my little banter. You know what I'm saying? But there's plenty of stuff that we could talk about. It's been a traumatic week, not necessarily for me personally, but it's people within my tribal and family circle that have been hit by tragedies. And I got some more people to add to the list, but I'm going to wait for the nod from the family to go and put them on. I need people to go through their process before I add them, but I do want to acknowledge that. So it's like that energy, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if some of y'all we got some super sensitive individuals in our community that can feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like when somebody close to you is suffering, I'm one of those that people reach out to. And so I get to hear it, and I get to hear it in a voice. And so that special libation that we pour, that special part of the toast that we do, we gonna, you know what I'm saying, we want to pump up a lot of energy to send out, because it's people every day in our tribe, in our extended families, that in some form or fashion have some suffering that they are going through, and we need to go and acknowledge that and allow them the space and time to do that, because unfortunately in the past we didn't have space and time to really deal with some of the stuff, which kind of explains some of the stuff that's happening. There was a time where we didn't have time to mourn. There was a time when we didn't have time to heal. We had to get up and we had to keep moving regardless. Now we have time. And being a group that have been denied time to have a mourning process, to have a healing process, we had to always produce for others. Now that we had a time, it causes confusion for some of us. You know what I'm saying? Because many of us still had a sentiment that, shit, you got to get over that shit. And there's other people like, yo, you need to go and take time to heal. And a person that is healing feels conflicted because they start feeling guilty because they feel selfish, that they got to take time for themselves. And sometimes we got to take time for ourselves. We have the ability in many cases now to take time for ourselves, and some of us need to do that so that we could be healthy for the tribe, so that we could be healthy for the family. Many of us are soldiering up and marching through shit rather than taking the time to really deal with it so that we could really, really move towards our greatness. Because all these tasks and all these struggles that we face in our personal lives are here to make us better for our families and our tribes. But if I don't have time to process that, if I don't have time to deal with that, I am always going to fall short. Some of us have become so abrupt to making mistakes that we don't allow our children to make mistakes. We don't allow ourselves to make mistakes and be able to be like, yo, I fucked up. Because for so long, us messing up was a major, major piece, and it could be life-threatening. So we weren't able to do that. But we don't process it. We're processing it like we just got to America 20 years ago and we came on the good ship Lollipop and just ended up over here. ADOS, y'all know what I'm talking about. It ain't that story for us. It never have been that story for us. We have been over here, and some of the stuff that we have fought for, and the space, the small amount of space and time that we've been able to fight for and snatch back, we got to get used to so that we could go on and get comfortable with that and say, shit, we need more, and we need to push out. And other people's gonna feel uncomfortable about that shit. Other people gonna feel neglected and upset that you're taking time inside your tribe and outside. Others is going to be offended because how dare you feel that you need to take time from our company so that you can heal over your personal shit, you selfish bastard. But then a small little incident happened to them and we supposed to understand. I done heard about some others taking a week off because their dog died. They needed time to recover. That luxury has never been there for us. Dog died, shit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta find a place for him. I'm needed, or I have to get out here and grind. But let alone a loved one die, and motherfuckers expect you to come back to work or come back to the plantation or continue in the activities that you're doing as if shit didn't happen. Hell, you having a personal transition in your life that we don't have the rituals for no more, that we don't understand no more. Hell, we got shamans in our motherfucking community that we don't recognize and we just label them as crazy. Motherfuckers that can speak with spirits and see them, but we just label it as crazy. But that's where we at. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I open up the lines for a couple of minutes, depending on the energy that I get, because I need your energy right now, because I am over-caffeinated and tired. I don't understand why. You know what I'm saying? I had a good sleep. I'm over-caffeinated and tired. I done drunk about 6 cups of coffee. You know what I'm saying? I own a meeting. I said, damn, I need some more coffee. I drink me some more coffee. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting up here. I laid down for 45 minutes. And the first time in a long time, I was totally by myself. I was like, wow. My daughters weren't calling me. My son wouldn't ask me any questions. My wife wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? No, the dog, I ain't got a dog no more. My cat, the house cat ain't bothering me. My mama ain't calling my name. Sitting up here like, oh shit, this feels good. Let me just immerse myself in it. You know, because every day, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to put videos together. I'm trying to come up with haikus. I'm trying to think about some keywords that I could use to attract the right type of people to Giami Journey to build up the platform. I'm trying to make sure that that our site is working. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure that I'm sending out the proper emails. You know what I'm saying? I'm grinding. And then on top of that, I'm going and doing the other part of my adventure and serving the community in the way that I can serve it and trying to make sure that you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I'll be on the edge. And motherfuckers don't even know it because, you know, like I said, that I have spent my whole life. You know what I'm saying? This is why I'm able to have patience with people, because I spent a majority of my life on the edge. Always. You know what I'm saying? Always on the edge. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo. So the same luxury that, in the sense I've been blessed with, I want to bless people with. You know what I'm saying? I want to bless them with the understanding. Because, you know, in many ways, I was blessed with the understanding. For some reasons, people would just, I don't know. But everybody don't have the luxury or don't have the innate ability that I have to kind of wall off some of that shit. You know? And we know people in our lives. They hear other people's thoughts, but they're told that they're crazy. You know what I'm saying? They feel the tension in the room, but they're told that, it's them, as we call it, gaslighting. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, sir. I try to, man. But I could do better, and I'm gonna work on constantly and never-ending improvement. I know perfection is a place that I'll never be, but I want to get it to a point where I'm able to serve people and help people through their stuff. And that's what we're about here, building tribes so that we can go on and we can find that understanding. You know what I'm saying? And we can find that comfort, that safe space. Because that's where the healing happens. The healing happens not in the battle. It happens after the battle or in between the battles, where you got that place where you can be triaged and you can have that isolation and give your body time to heal so that you can get back on the battlefield. We got a lot of wounded warriors. We got a lot of wounded healers out here that don't have time. And I'm saying we taking that shit back. That's why if you look on top of the screen right now, you see the orange. I'm reminding people, wait, let me see. Boom. See that orange? Great day, fam. Every day I'm trying to remind you that we're taking our time back. The day is orange. We are on Kuumba. And speaking of that, let's give all of our Kuumba babies a round of applause. Well, damn. Is my spiritual audience taking a break or something? Did I catch y'all at lunchtime? Damn, I don't ask y'all. I ask y'all to be on the show once. You see? Y'all see what I deal with? You see what I deal with? I got a spiritual audience. I cue them. They don't even come. But I need to remind you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty, home of the stubborn minority, place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gianni Journey Media. Oh, that feels good to say that. Of course, this is Daily Toast. I am your host, Brother Hatim, and right now this is a Heart of December production. All day, every day, where we strive to blow up your old paradigm. You can say a lot of things about Brother Hatim, but one thing you can't say is that I'm not consistent. So every day we get up here and we toast our ancestors. For those that are new in the Circle family and you got ancestors that you want to add to the list, by all means, add them to the list, right? You know what I'm saying? Be mindful that other people will have people to add to the list. So like I said, a lot of times what happens is people will take their whole family tree, send it to me. Don't do that. Grab a couple that were influential in your life, right? And put them on the list, right? You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, do it when you're ready, because I don't want to trigger nobody. This is not about triggering people. I don't want to trigger somebody that ain't ready to hear their ancestor's name every day, because one of the issues is part of the grieving process is being able to accept that this individual is an ancestor. But also what we need to be able to do is to be able to have individuals in our community that are able to help people understand that our transition is a little bit different than other cultures see it. All right? You know what I'm saying? Our ancestors are here. You know what I'm saying? And some of us can communicate with them. All of us could feel the influence in our lives. As I tell people, if the Daily Toast is not helping you, then go away. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people around that are not receiving any benefits. I need people around so that they could testify to the fact that them engaging with their ancestors in this simple way, in this simple ritual that we do, in this simple ceremony that we do on a daily basis, is having some influence on their life. It's helping them in their growth and their personal lives and their tribal lives. Right? So let's go and do this toast. Let's see if it's gonna be any conversation, because I'm throwing it out there for y'all. We're gonna lift it up. Still using the old bottles. Me and Cleve about to go on and get down and make some new bottles. I just had my mom said, "Hey, I want some strawberry lemonade. So I got to figure out, I got to go and get some more honey so I can make the lemonade, because I don't like using sugar in our products, right? We got enough sugar in our community, enough sugar. I mean, every corner store, every store we go to, everything that we get got sugar in it. So I prefer to use that raw, natural honey straight from bees, and bees in the location. So all the stuff that people get from Giame is from bees that have been collecting honey in Columbus, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? In Central Ohio. You know what I'm saying? And so, and maybe in time we'll have different people doing different things in different places. You know what I'm saying? But it's best to get bees from your area, because those bees go around, they collect the pollen, they're in the same area as you. So in a sense, those bees are on your vibe. So they go out and they collect stuff. So if you have allergies, the allergies that's gonna pop up, the bees are already dealing with the pollen or those things out there in the environment that are affecting you. So you get micro doses of that stuff in there, so your body can learn how to fight it on a higher level. But anyway, nonetheless, we need to go on and continue. We're going to lift up our toast. So let's go and get to our toast screen. And let me throw that warm. I'm throwing that Aquabin out there to let y'all know to get your mind ready. Get your mind ready. We need to switch screens real quick. So let's go and switch screens real quick. We're going to go to that daily toast screen. We're going to get into our toast. Always feel good at this part, no matter how I'm feeling. I wonder if I'm going to be able to do this at 85. Be able to do the toast at 85. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's coming. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. We throw up our glass. We lift up our glass to the creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator. We lift up our glass. We salute that creator. And we say the word of power to move it forward. Right? Because we know the creator is all around us. But what we're doing is we're making sure that every day we become conscious of the creator in our lives. We become conscious of the fact that the creator is around us and within us. Right? So we lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. Thank you, Anime. Anime on it today. Lifting up our glass. From there, family, we're going to get to our list of our ancestors. We lift up our glass and we toast our ancestors, and as I do on a daily basis, and we're adding to the list. And I thank you for trusting me with the list of ancestors. I guess I'm the ancestor keeper of the community. We got ancestors from all over the world. All throughout the diaspora, we got ancestors. This is dope. So for those that are new, this is not my ancestral list. This is This is a collective ancestral list. I just started doing something and it kind of caught on, and every now and then people will stop in and visit and hear what I'm doing, and we'll add the ancestors. Sometimes they come back, sometimes they don't, but they on the list now. So here we go. Get my mind right. Miles Brown, Miss Zan, Robin and Tex, and Davis, Herman Brown, Senior, Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia, William Walter, Christopher Gaston, Eileen, Uncle Chris, I'm Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Pilar, Montague Piven, No More, Except Ma, Robin Lick Core, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamara, the Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ageni, Elder Ronald Donaldson, Alfred Broford, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Hayes, Grace Lundy, Inez Hayes, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy right there. They're pulling in Lux, the brother, Miss Zeta Brooks Crawley, Mr. Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Carl Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Jennifer Foster, Charles Jordan, Kell Smith, Walter Smith, Rich Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renneman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend J. Smith, Lois Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kennedy Russell, Susan B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge, Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Barry Beatty, Sarah Welly, Vita Farmer, Ago Sosu, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merrill B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Noddy Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Eric Trish Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Elijah Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Percy Moore, Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stowaway, Hitter Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavina Hall, Freeman Bankston, Mary Mossa, Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kenty, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quills, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quills, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Danny Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hadley Vester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Delta Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Eldama Ted Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs, II, Bina Triggs, Reverend Annie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Dilly Mount Aries, Gene and Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. I messed up one. Let me go back and make sure I get that right. We got Dilly Mount Aries. I was right. D'Amico Russell, Dilly Mount Aries. I was right. Okay. We got William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Basiji Falani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Denise Waters, DePretis Hines, Ernest Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scanterberry, Wilson Haley, Emma Hine, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spradley, Calvin Spradley, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Print Up Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Ada Candy, Janice Carter, Michael P. Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Lisa Carter. Let me start off. William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Basiji Falani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Denise Waters, DePretis Hines, Inez Bostic. There go my memory. Told y'all I'm hyped up on that caffeine. Winifred Scatterberry, Wilson Haley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spradling, Kevin Spradling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Pintup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Mark Carter, William Carter, Lisa Carter, Charles Jordan. No, it's Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nayland Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Gardner Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingles, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingles, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy. We got Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Trash, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Bruce Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Torre, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, I'm Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Euler Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Quinlan and Bob Hatch, Grindle and Bob Hatch. Where we at? Hatch Sr., Bradley Kim, Jane Thomas Kate, Spencer Sturge, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross. Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Doretha Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Fred Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Colbert, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nana Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Hughes Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Alvis Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Urton Houston, Lil Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, and Pierce Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beer, Tim Butler, Raymond Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Janet Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brownlee Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Captain Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Captain Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, C.C. Russell, Darren Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, Jack Caldwell Sr., Robert Lee Caldwell, Neville Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easy, Rashawn Easy, Javan McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekel Maha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Louis Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Albert, Mazarin Corporal, George Swan, Monty Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles A. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Andy Ferguson, William Ferguson, and Shell B. McClendon. We have Jordan Giles, James Carswell, Liberta Adams, lovingly known as Aunt Sis. We got Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Poor, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shane Lewis, Ronald Sheldon Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jermonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quay Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Milton Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Mr. Thorne, Johanna. We got Deshaun Annette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie Webb, Dan Walton, Alati Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny, Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers. We got Elijah Juan Hakeem and Como. We got Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Creamy Mackey. We got Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy Wright, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Towton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jill White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Woods, T.L.R. Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright. We got Richard Dorsey, Andy Simpson, Joanna Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Eddie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha DeMond, Ethel Marshall, Steve, Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray. We got Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Paulson, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe, and Julia Lawrence. Oh. Somebody just liked the show. Scared the hell out of me. Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Corporal, Ozell Leathers Jr., thank you for liking the show, and thank you for liking the show kind of late in it because I was all doing the ancestors, and I'm sitting up here like, man, glad you ain't doing when I was trying to do the memory. Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Tooth to Darn. We got Save Winston, Chris Kinney, Margaret Minter. We got Mary Smith, Juanette Florine, Stith Gibbs, Carl William Duncan Jr., Jenny Callahan, Danny Hill, Miko D. Nicey, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams, Terry Brown, Teresa Biddle, Lavonna Kincaid, Carla Sawyer, Reverend Jesse Porter, Deacon Ezekiel Dennis, Brenda Porter, Craig Lee Jones, Granny Beulah, Papa Al Reesa, Nana Smith, George Gamble Sr., Joseph Garrett, LaShonda Jamal, Leroy Riley, Mona Yolanda Hunter, Vaughn Patrice Turner, Herman Reeves, Amanda Reeves, Josh Reeves, Lena Kate, Pam Johnson, Vera Reach Fisher, Jerry Johnson McCallum, also known as Mama Moon, Sheila Ann Lee, Panchita Albert, Donald Brooks, Barbara Moses out of Spade, Eric Branson, Eric Winston, Darren Bridges, Francisco Matisse, also known as Sonny, Charles Stevenson Jr., King Pleasant, Sarah Keith, Lena Shepard, Brett L. Willard, Mabel Haskins, Wilbur Shepard, Dennis Jackson, William Haskins, Geraldine Jackson, Henry Jackson Sr., Edward Jones, Leslie Travis, Charlize Barnes, DeJuan Lewis Taylor, Madeline Yates, June Dandridge, Daisy Wilforth, Reggie Smith, James and Amanda Baldwin, Linda Williams, Sally Williams, Vivian Stevenson, Irene Harris, Callie Williams, Abu Scales, Pat Williams, and Mrs. Bertha Walker, Tony Ogletree, Grandma Marguerite. We got Tracy Emery, Hassan Abdul Razak, and we have Vivian Johnson. Family. Once again, we salute the ancestors. We give them a round of applause. Not only are we standing on their shoulders, they going out ahead of us to kind of slay some of the enemies before we have to. They working, family. They working. They're working for us. We've been doing this for 5 years strong. I'm trying to tell you, our ancestors, they get out there and they be doing that work. You know what I'm saying? We just got to make sure that we keep, we got a relationship here. So we lifting up our glass. We salute each and every last one of our ancestors, and we say, Ashe. From there, family, Ashe, right? Thank you, Anime. From there, we move to the present moment. Right now, we are on Kuumba. Today is Kuumba, and we are in the moment of Kuumba. And family, I ask you to open up your reticular formation. Go out right now. If you're going out, you can just look around you, or you just look inside of you. Find your principle. The principles are active. Let's do our thing. Grab these principles and start making them work for us. They're ours. We can do that. They work for us. Let's get out there, and we can seek them out and start learning to see them, so that we can start working together better. Because we are able to describe what we're working under. We could, we could look at it. It's Kuumba popping off in here. It's Kuumba today. So for those out there that don't know whether they were born on Kuumba or if they're a Kuumba child, and speaking of that, I want to give the Kuumba children a round of applause again. You don't know what you are, you know what I'm saying? You're like, what is he talking about? This is what I'm talking about. Go on to the free e-course and you can find out everything that we talk about here at Giami, family. It's there. It's free. Go on, get the lessons so that you get in the moment, get on the vibe with us, and understand all that we're doing, right? So we lifting up our glass to the power of this moment. We pledge to take control and use that power for the benefit of our people. We lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. From the present moment, we move to the future. We lift up our glass and we salute our children, our children's children, on to infinity, family, because our children deserve to receive all that is due to them, plus the little bit we gonna add, or maybe depending on how serious we are, the whole lot that we might drop on them, right? But they're gonna need time and space to make it happen. And the one thing that we got to make sure that we are able to pass on to them is time and space. And in order to do that, we got to handle our inheritance by handling our business in the moment. So we lift up our glass and pledge to our future generations that we are handling our business, and we gonna make it possible so that you can handle your business too. So we lift y'all up in advance and we say, Ashe. From there, we lift up all of our relations, family. We lift up all the relations and we say, Ashe. I won't go into that one right now. We talk about that one on But from all of our relation, family, this is where we're going to raise up our glass for all those who are in need of this toast energy, for all those that are in need of libation, for all those that are in need of our ancestors to move through their lives and soothe them and help them heal, right? We're lifting up our glass for those. I'm holding it up, right? Because for some people, this is therapy, right? We lift up our glass, we salute, and we say, Ashe. Come on, anime. From there, as y'all see, my studio is not a private studio. Black cave. Now it's not the black cave. Right now it's the freezer cave. As long as you see somebody in the... Now it's back to the black cave. Thank you very much. From there, family, we move to our tribe. No, we move to that selfish toast. It's for you. What do you need right now to move towards your greatness? We lift up our glass. Come on now. And we say, Ashe. From there, move to our tribe. Lift up your tribe. Lift up your tribe. My tribe is Giame, our accountability group. Lift it up and we say, Ashe. No, we don't say our shit. We say Ashe. From there, family. Last but not least, I want to toast the most marvelous, most wonderful, most uplifting, most inspiring, and the bravest person in the room right now. And that's you. I lift you up and you say, we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Give him a lightning strike, anime. Eat the cake, anime. There you go. Lift it up. We say Ashe. Right? Shouts out to Dr. Steph. I see you out there, Doc. So we lift up our glass and we salute. Man, oh man, oh man. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to open up the lines. I'm going to open up the lines. If y'all want to if y'all got some stuff y'all want to conversate about or whatever, we could do it. If not, it's just cool. I go through a little bit of news. I'll tell you about our free course, blah, blah, blah. And then we'll close it down. But if y'all got stuff, because if we going to do it, I need your energy today, right? We done made it through the toast. My fault. Let me take a sip of that ambrosia. Ambrosias. I like my ambrosia like this. I like my ambrosia like I like my women aged and experienced and shit. God damn. All right. We're going to open up the lines. Oh, some people are already on the lines. They couldn't even wait for Brother Hatim to open it up. There she go. Ms. Navina Nelson already on the line. Let's give it up.
May be recorded or transcribed.
Well, damn. Navita gone. All right, come back, Navita. All right, family, come and join us. I'm opening up the lines. I'm going to open up the line, 614-556-4535. If I said that too fast for you, turn us down in the background.
Hold on. Let me turn my... Okay, there we go. What's going on?
Oh, I put the free e-course. Not much right now. I'm just trying to keep my energy up because I am Blackline. I am kind of tired. And I just thought about it. I got a conference call at 3, but we cool.
I was going to say, you opening up the line, you about to be off this motherfucker.
No, because I'm about to send a text, because if we got a good conversation, I'm going to keep it going. And on top of that, since you are an experienced leader on this platform, I don't need to be on the line. You could go on and hold the line open and have conversation if it get good. That's how cold we are here at Giame. We got each other's back.
Got it.
So, family, what? You called in.
I got your back. All right, damn it. What we going to discuss? I know you want to go through your timeline.
No, we don't. We don't necessarily have to do that. If there's some shit that we need to discuss, that we need to have a conversation about, let's do it.
Okay, well, I just wanted to just a brief discussion. Something I have had a couple of conversations today, and even with my man, and he's coming up. I make it all about entertainment. We also, there's nothing wrong with us taking time to have a good party. Nothing wrong with that. But I would like to still incorporate some things that, maybe learning experiences, some educational, what have you. So I'm thinking, that maybe we should start talking about some things that are right there in your face.
Like what?
Fuck shit.
What are you talking about? Because I'm good at creating titles on the spur of the moment. So throw out a topic.
We could talk about, I would like the community just to be aware and even discuss that is something that we need to discuss. And not just dig into. We need to delve into that a little bit. About, mental illness, crazy motherfuckers, or, spirituality, the thin line between spirituality and a crazy bitch, or is it, let's touch some of this stuff that we're dealing with in our communities that may fall under
mental health. Right. Now, check it out. Health. So here you go. You ready?
I'm ready.
Dealing with my crazy.
Okay, I like it.
Dealing with my crazy. See, because we all have it. Because all of us talk about it. We don't, you know what I'm saying? Because there is serious mental health issues in our community from stuff that we're not dealing with. We don't have the therapist, and we don't have the culturally grounded therapy that we need, because some of this shit that these Europeans use don't work for us. As a matter of fact, their solution is, I am going to medicate you. I'm going to keep you high.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And what we need is...
And a lot of it, too, I noticed, and this is true, don't get me wrong, but I noticed there's a big focus when we're dealing with mental health and mental issues, is the childhood trauma, which is a good thing, but let me explain something. There's a little difference between our childhood trauma and their childhood. There's a large difference. When they tell us to delve into our childhood trauma, they're typically talking about things that maybe you were sexually abused, your parents, for example, and this is where I think this is a big problem now in our community. We are having this thing of, all of our parenting skills that we have implemented as Black people in America now considered abuse. So now they are telling our young people that you were abused by your parents, and our young people are buying it.
Buying that shit.
Now I do
wholesale.
So for example, like someone you shouldn't curse at your children. You should not curse at your children. You should not call them names. Let me take it back. You shouldn't call your children names and put them down. But I don't see if you don't sit your Black ass down.
That's
Tyrone,
abuse.
now abuse.
They taught me that in school. You shouldn't speak like that,
our
mommy.
children are going to these psychiatrists and psychologists and being told that they were physically abused or verbally abused by their parents. And they bought into it. And now it's like it causes a dissension between the parent and the child. Now you got a child, they're looking at their parents like, how could you do this to me with your abusive past? And then it breaks down the whole family once again. It's another way of breaking down family. And there's just a way that we would communicate, and it may be different than how they do it. But, I mean, it's not abuse. And now we have a generation of young folks who are now soft as fuck, because if you even curse at them, they are looking at that as you abusing them somehow. And it causes a severe breakdown that now it morphs into other places. When we were coming up, the sticks and stones shit will break your bones. The names will never hurt me. You know, we know that's not fully true, but some names and shit, you ought to be able to get past that shit. That's not some shit that you want to kill you. But now our kids are killing themselves over this shit.
Right. I see, and family, we got to understand this, because there was a certain protective mechanism in how we raised our young people. Yeah. Because now
emotional protection no more.
Now exactly, it helps you build up the emotional protection, but also, how can I put it? There was a time where something that one of my daughters might say in public would put all of us in jeopardy. There was a time where, because I'm old enough to remember going down south and being able and having to be talked to, or wouldn't even be allowed to get out the car unless I had to use the bathroom on the way down south because of the way I was. As a matter of fact, in many cases, I was the last one that they want to take down south because I talked too much and I asked too many goddamn questions. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, right now, it's like we are immigrants. See, a lot of us, we're falling for the illusion that our experience in America has been the same experiences as everybody else.
Right.
And that shit is not true. We got to be very clear with that in our conversations. Because the very things like Johnny could get away with cussing out his mama, with being disrespectful. And matter of fact, I just seen this yesterday. So they did a comparison of a black man in a military uniform being pulled over, pepper sprayed, abused, and afterwards threatened that if he was to take it any farther than this, you know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, even before they got him, before they even got him out the car, they threatened his life. You're going to ride the lightning. That means death, goddammit. Listen to listen to this. Then they compared it to a stop within the same city within a small amount of period where they pulled over a white man, and the white man jumped out his truck immediately. Same type of truck. Jumped out the truck and said, "Boy, I don't know why you stopped me. You better check my goddamn plates," and jump back in the car. And the motherfucker checked the plates, and it was Judge Suss's, and the dude walked up to the car, "I'm sorry, Judge," and let this motherfucker go.
Wow.
Same place, same area. So what we're dealing with is our children think, because we got to remind our children, they're not white.
We got to, and I think we are getting away from that.
We're getting away from
reminding them that there's a separate set of rules that we need to go by to make sure we can get our asses home safely.
So
whose dog is this down here?
Not only does it get us home safely, but it also, because it carries over into how we educate our children, how our children look at education, how our children look at prospects out here in the world, because we're caught up in an illusion and illusion, because a lot of us say we don't believe in it, but a lot of us act as if it is true, that we're living in a post-racial society.
Right.
When that is an illusion, family. We are not living in a post-racial society, and race still plays a factor in your life.
It plays a factor. Now we can.
And the mental illness people, we want to stick on to the point. The mental illness piece is that these things affect your mental well-being, and I think a lot of times when people are being counseled from a Eurocentric point of view, these things don't even get brought up.
No, they shouldn't. What they'll do is, like for example,
your parents were abusive,
right?
This is what they'll fucking do, and they won't even bring in the whole racism and white supremacist thing that is really fucking you all the way around, and causing your mental illness,
and causing you to neglect, in a sense, neglect yourself and neglect your history, because just like everybody else, you all have hard times, but other groups have time to heal from it. We have never been allowed to heal from our traumas. We don't even talk about it. We have become so good at it that we act like it don't happen. And so now we got a whole generation of children that are removed, that have been removed from a lot of that shit. And now when that shit happens, they don't have they don't have a force field. I had a force field for motherfuckers talking about darkness, or I had a way to deal with that shit. I done heard every black joke out there. You understand what I'm saying? And the issue is, I knew how to deal with it because I was prepared for that shit.
Yeah, but when you teach that, first of all, they telling you that if something is near as what was that shit that Kurt Franklin was saying to his motherfucking son? That motherfucker grown ass man in his 30s want to talk about how his father has been so abusive to him and it's been this way for a long time. I'm like, motherfucker, you butthurt about that, but you're gonna be hurt when you get out here.
Now, check it out.
In this real world, and these hunkies start calling you names. And I'm not even saying names in that kind of a context. It's subliminal names that you're about to be dealing with when you can't get that job and you can't get that promotion.
Right.
And you can't, and
those you start right.
Subliminal names are telling you that you ain't shit.
And you don't have the language for it, which is one of the things that we've been blessed with. We have a language now to be able to identify the white supremacy, but we don't have the defensive mechanism that used to be built in with us so that we will be able to deal with it. So a issue, like for example, because one of the things I used to, and I probably get, we're gonna have issues about this, but one of the things I used to deal with early in the rash of increasing black suicide, I used to ask the question, black suicide, you know what I'm saying? I am old enough to be like, that shit was rare. You understand what I'm saying? Especially black children.
Anymore, but it was very rare.
It was very rare. And I used to be like, well, shit, where was the suicides on the plantations? Where was the suicides during Jim Crow? You know what I'm saying? Hell, we didn't even kill ourselves when, because you remember, I don't remember if you remember in high school how they made a big deal about the 1920 stock crash and how people committed suicide. I used to have to ask my grandmother about that shit. She said, I don't know nothing about none of that shit. Life, because
right.
Life was always hard for us. You know what I'm saying? That's where, like when you listen to songs by Margaret, I come up hard, baby. You know what I'm saying? I come up hard. I came up hard. Now our babies, we're bringing them up believing illusions, and we educate them in illusions when at one point in time we will be able to have real conversations. And we knew that we needed to have real conversations with our children about what was going on out here. We need to prepare them. You can't be soft. You can't be soft out here. You got to be seven.
You can't be soft down here.
And you got to be 7 times better than everybody else. Now it's the same.
We got a bunch of soft people out here.
Right.
And they, in my opinion, they were already soft.
Right.
That's why they were the predominantly numbers of suicides and mass
right.
Always, very rarely would it be anybody black. But integration equals assimilation. So now we have more and more. And now teenage adolescent to teenage blacks are the highest suicide rate in the country.
And that shit was rare. You know what I'm saying? I know now, because, I know somebody going to probably go out there and find some numbers and shit. But family, please realize.
That's the truth on the numbers.
Right.
That's the truth on the numbers.
But you all, we're going to have people that's going to go out there and dig up some book. But anyway, the issue that we're trying to say is there is a difference now. And because our children are not being raised in many ways and similar to, because many of us came up out these situations and we was told it was abuse. So we said, we're not going to expose our children to some of that shit. And some of that shit is good. Some of it made you who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Made you strong. Right. Gave you a tough skin to deal out here with when you have to go to work and be told subliminally, if not directly, you ain't shit. I mean, you know what? Like
I already heard that one. You know what I'm saying?
Heard that. You know
right. I done heard that shit.
The thing about it is because they have been raised to think this, you're in a system of white supremacy, so it really tells you that you are number one. And so when they would go into these places where they would have this employer say, you ain't shit, they like, hold up. Their whole learning, and they can't. Me, well, I'm white and I say so. And what do you mean I'm not shit? You're supposed to, and it causes a mental breakdown. That has many times manifested itself in the form of mass shootings.
All right, but check this out, Sister Navita. I hate to break off the call, but I got a Zoom call that can't be rescheduled. I'm about to go on over there.
Okay, well, go on then. And Kamafi Carr going to be on the ASCAC thing today. Are you on the Zoom for the ASCAC conference today?
No, go and send me the link. I'll check that out.
Okay.
Peace.
All right.
Thank you for your participation. And family, I want to thank y'all. I'm out.